Welcome to ShowMeVax training for read-only access. Using your ShowMeVax login information, we're going to go ahead and log into the system. Once we get to, after we log into the system, we're going to come to our home page. On the blue navigation panel, you'll see Home, Patients, Immunizations, and Reports. To look up a client, we're going to click on the Patients menu, and we're going to click on Search. And then we're going to enter their last name, first name, gender, and date of birth. For those names that are unusual in spelling or you're not sure how to spell, we ask that you enter the first three letters of the last name, the first three letters of the first name, and then the gender and the date of birth. So it narrows it down by gender and date of birth. However, it's still broad enough to catch all those nuances in the spelling. And then we're going to click search. I've got two records here that we have found. If they do not have a record in ShowMeVax, the search results will say no results found or 0 records found. That means that you would have to obtain that information by other means, as there is no record for that particular client in ShowMeVax. So there are two ways that you can get to their immunization record. By hovering over, you'll see to the right there is a patient preview that just gives you a little bit more information on that client. You could go to the end of the row and click on the arrow next to demographics and click on immunizations. Or if you go straight to their demographics by just double clicking on the row, then you would go click on immunizations from the left navigational panel. We're going to use the drop down arrow. We're just going to go to their immunization record. This is their Immunization Home. It's going to list their history of varicella if it was recorded in there. Anything that has been a historical shot, which it was entered by a clinic, but they did not administer it, it was given elsewhere, it will be marked with a blue H. A shot that is invalid will be signified by a red exclamation point, and it's invalid due to spacing, maybe minimum age requirements were met, or it was too soon of interval for the spacing of the vaccine. Up here under links, you can print their immunization record by clicking, and it will show their record. You can print this by clicking on the print icon. On the record, it's going to give their name, their date of birth, their gender, their ShowMeVax ID, and when they're due for another immunization. Also, it's going to list any of these informations. We've opted to only include the last 3 influenza dates. Once again, if it's an invalid dose, it will be marked with a red exclamation point. If a provider, for whatever reason, has deemed that it was invalid, it will be marked with a circle with the line through it. The last column will give you the next due date for the vaccine of that series. If it's overdue, that date will be red, or if they're completed that series, the word complete will be listed in there. Also in this section here, it's going to list any immunizations that they may be due at that day that you pull up that immunization record. So here they currently are not due any immunization records. Up here, the little notepad, which means the patient has notes. So if you click on the notepad, it will be taken to the note screen. The flag means they have exemptions. If you click on the flag, it will take you to their exemption screen. And any precautions or contraindications that they may have that are vaccine related, by clicking on the red plus, it will be taken to that particular section of their immunization record. And we will just go back to patients. There are some reports. You can print the immunization record this way as well, but you will, if you do it this way, you will have to search for a client if you don't do it when you're in a client's record. Also, you've got the immunization schedule for adolescents or adults. The Missouri forms and documents, if we have forms that are related to your type of facility, they will be listed here. The freezer temperature and refrigerator temperature are applicable to the vaccines for children providers only. And then just some other reports that you can run. That concludes the read-only access ShowMeVax training. Thank you.